Alright. I said I was gonna go old school. So let's see. We can pull this off. Let me check my levels here. Okay, looking alright. Go over to end the show. Yeah, alright. See how people react as they wander into this. See if I can get this set up. There we go. No, that's not me in the porthole. Wait, that sounds wrong. I'm gonna play around to this just because I can't. I wish the LEDs.
Excellent.
Axe, how you doing? I wish the LEDs would show up a little better on this. Maybe. Wait. I got an idea. That helps it a little bit. So let's see if we can pull this off. I did this once before. I just gotta, right? Got the ball. 1977 technology. Computers. They're wonderful. Keep going. Can I psych him? See if I can get a touchdown on my first run. On. Oh! I gotta come up with a better camera. Oh, status, score, status button. There we go. 1st and 10 on their 42. See if I can get that. 1, 10 on each side. That means 1st and 10 on their 42-yard line. Score is 0-0. And here we go. Oh, I'm gonna get. Oh, it's a sack. At the 20. Where are we at? 9 minutes and 6/10 of a minute. I'm on their 3-yard line. All right, while I do this, everything's kind of weirdly reversed. Let me get into my Discord. CIC. I just wanted to do something a little different today. There we go. Into the CIC. All right, let me get back so I can see what I'm doing here on stream. So I picked up a follower today, but I'm still at 4 away. So that means somebody from yesterday unfollowed. So 4 followers. And let's see. We get to if we get 4 followers to 2,350, I will do a giveaway for a CC container.
Sank my ship.
For a CC container code and 3 subscriber camos. I am going to reset since we didn't do it yesterday. And I'm going to open the giveaway right now. ! Beer gets you in on that. And I'm going to see if I can get a touchdown here. My first possession. And then it'll switch to sides. That's the only thing is that I'm playing with myself. All right, here we go. We get a touchdown. There we go. Touchdown. And this one didn't have kicks. Hey, Sage Tomcat and signed one. How you doing? And Axe, how you doing? All right, so now the bright red dot is over on this side, so I'm the opposing team. All right, let's see. Not such a hot run. Trying to make it so I can see you can see. Good run. Okay.
Excellent.
There it is. First and 10 on there on my 46. All right, and there's check out Excellent Ship Randomizer if you haven't. And good to hear that, Sage Tomcat. If you haven't, I need to, I think, probably update mine. Been remiss to do. Okay, so I need to be able to see this. It needs to be, there we go. So when, oh, wrong click. Status is 2nd and 8. When I was a kid, teachers were 3rd and 5. Oh, this is good. These were like the cell phone of the day for kids. Teachers were taking these away and pounding them during class. I speak from personal experience. All right.
Well, that looks like things we also had here in Sweden.
Yeah. They've had, so Mattel came out with this. I have my camera mounted on my chair arm, and it's kind of loose, so it's bouncing back and forth.
But ours were a little bit more sophisticated. We have Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah. I remember those. I have somewhere 2 of them, the little mini arcade games.
Yeah.
And I think I had Centipede and Galaga. Or Galaxians.
And I had a small device called Turtle. And you should hop on turtles between 2 islands.
Right. That's kind of like
gather coconuts.
That's kind of the poor man's Frogger.
Yeah, Frogger basically. And the turtles, when they duck underwater, you lost if you stepped on it.
I'm French.
Oh,
Why
Yoda's
do you think
here.
I have
All
this outrageous accent?
Le chat
sur la table. All right, so it's 4th and 1. I'm just gonna get that yard. 1st and 10 on my 35. Let's see. Oh. There we go. That gets a first down. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 on the 20. No. He is not here. Oh.
Oh, and we played some clan battles today.
Oh yeah, I did some of that last night with the crew, but it just did not go well.
No, it's Petro, Des Moines, Petro, Des Moines, and the CV.
Oh, okay. 4th and 3. I'm gonna go for it. I may have a turnover here.
But
there we go.
I had my record number of planes shot down. In my Des Moines, 65 planes.
Damn. I think my record is on the kid, and it was. Oh, there's a touchdown. It was 67. You know, I'm as good at this as Warships. Hey, I just scored. All right. Let's see.
I think CVs are way too OP. 65. And he total number of planes shot down in our team was 140. And
damn.
To the very end, he attacked with full squadrons.
Mm-hmm.
How is that possible?
Was it an FDR?
No, it was I think it was a Midway.
Oh, this is, Coleco football. This is the Mattel football. And this is an original 1977. The status, I'm going to have to see if I can pry this thing open at some point in time and clean the contacts off in it, because the status key, when I first play it, it's a little touchy. And then they had, so this one, you don't do conversion kicks for the 1 point after the touchdown, but you can kick a 3-point field goal if you need to. And I think the Coleco one I had was a baseball game that you could play head-to-head, so each player was playing at the same time. And then they had football 2, which you could pass, and I never, ever could get the hang of the way they were showing passing working. Okay, what are we at? 3rd and 4. I could, I'm not going to do it. we go. That's a first down.
I think we had one of the variants of football games in Sweden as well. But since American football is not a very big sport here, we
Right.
never understood how that worked.
Right. Well, they did have a eventually. Like I got this when I had my shop in New York. Somebody brought in a case of these, and of course I had to keep one for myself. And the other one I got a couple of, but I sold them all, was Mattel did a hockey game. And I can't even remember how that worked. But they did football 2, and then they did, Super Cobra. Yeah. Because, so this is like literally the LEDs were out of like a Texas Instrument calculator, you know? And then they got a little better with the screens where if you looked really closely, you could see like the Centipede and the Galaxians and those, and I think even the Donkey Kong. If you looked at them, you could actually see what the animation elements were. Yeah. You know, you could see when they weren't lit. You know, like Donkey Kong would be up there, but you could see if you looked really closely all the different iterations of him moving, or you know, like where he could be. And I can't remember. I think they did. Yeah, they definitely did. They made them look like little miniature arcade games in their cases. Mini arcade Pac-Man. Yep, I've got a couple of the mini arcade games. Oh, this is not getting boxed in. Oh, that's the clock. So the quarter's over, or is that the half? All right, we'll see. So 3rd and 7. Oh, clock's not. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. These were super pricey. I'm surprised my folks had actually got this for me. All right, let's see. We'll play one game of this, and then we'll get into ships. But I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm hoping at some point, like somebody's scrolling through the channels and they see this on the screen and go, "What the touchdown?" So it's 14-7. Let's see, 14-7. And all right, the enemy. I'm playing the opposing team now. See if I can get suck of these guys. Right. All right, let's see. But yeah, we played these games for hours. All right. Oh man, if I had gone up, I would have had 2nd and 10. That's never good.
Yeah, we had a competition among kids who could the score counter could only had only 5 digits. So we competed. How many times can you skip around the game?
Yeah. All right, I heard the dulcet cough of Yoda in there.
No.
So I was reading a Reddit the other day, Yoda, and somebody was saying that they didn't say which necessary variant of it was. They said the Raphael was the best fighter plane ever built.
The Rafale.
Yeah. What do you think?
Rafale is just in French.
Yeah.
You know, or a strafe with a machine gun. It's
right.
also called Rafale. Well, you know, no, I don't think so. It's a good plane. Okay, don't get me wrong, but I would say it's equivalent to maybe the very latest version of your F-18 Super Hornet.
Right.
It's pretty much in the same category as far as power is concerned. I would have said F-16, but it's got 2 engines, so it has a little bit superiority to a single engine because of thrust and reliability and stuff like that. But again, they like they did it on the F-18 and the F-16.
Right.
The evolution of the fuselage, as well as all the rest, electronics and stuff like that, in such a way that this it has some stealthiness now on the
Right.
F-16, the latest version. The same thing for the F-18. It has nothing to do with the initial hull that you got
Right.
in the beginning when it came in. And I think they did the same with the Rafale, because it's around since, I would say, like, I think the first flight was like 81, 80, 81, 82. No, I'm mistaken. I'm confusing with the Mirage 2000.
Right.
It's like end of 80s.
Right.
But it took a while before they could sell it. And actually, the first version, instead of selling it to the French government, they sold it, I think, to Middle East country somewhere.
Right.
It was so expensive that the French had to review, their budget and stuff like that.
Right.
They were in the middle to renovate the carriers and things like that, and changing the fleet of planes on the carriers, and that they called for modification on the Rafale to be able to put it as a carrier plane,
right,
which is not the same version as they have for the standard, Air Force.
Right. Yeah, because they have to beef up the airframe for that.
Exactly. Well, the gear, and essentially.
Yeah.
The gear is absolutely different as the standard version. It's probably also a little bit heavier because of that. But I would say that I would think the electronics and everything has changed with time, like
right.
they did with your F-18 and F-16. When you look at it, the latest version, man, it's way different.
Oh yeah.
Inside. Yeah, it's like one huge screen that you got, like on the F-35, and you don't have any more standard instruments, basically.
Right.
Right, and then of course you have the head-up mount. There'll be whales here. The Rafale has that too. We even have that on our own F-16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the modification. So a lot of things have changed over time. But of course, it's a very maneuverable airplane. It has canards. It has powerful engines. It has good weaponry. The French are very, very good on missiles.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. you better be sure that they have their own version of the AMRAAM. It's called the Matramika. And the Magic 2 missile has also changed quite a bit over time, and it was already quite superior by the time we did our exercises with them with the Mirage 2000. They were using the head of the missile as IRSTS, like the Russian have on the MiG-29. There's a sensor for infrared,
so you're not painting anything with radar and can be found.
And they couldn't do that with the mic, AIM-9 mic. The mic was slave to the radar, but you can use it as a standalone sensor.
Mm-hmm.
So actually the French were a little bit reluctant to fire their missiles, not to lose that feature. Of course, that was an exercise, so it was hanging under the wing. They couldn't launch it anyway.
Right.
But that was quite useful, because they could let the missile head just go free, and the missile head has its own scan pattern. And when it was looking on something, then they would look the radar. They would slave the radar to the missiles, so the opposite as you would do usually, and then you would have information of your look.
Yeah, because up until recently, it's been that the plane paints the object with the radar, and the missile just homes in on that. And now they're getting to like Strato says, and the captain falsifies the election with a strange device. But now the missiles can internally do all of that, correct? Or they're getting there anyway. They've got missiles that can paint the target.
They're using well, they have the targeting pod doing that for that.
Gotcha.
They have, like, they call a sniper pod on the F-16. That's what we have in Europe.
Right.
And the French have also their own targeting pod, which looks in infrared, and they also have different frequency for the lasers.
Right.
And they also have they transmit night vision to the helmet. Also.
Right. Now, does the Rafale, is it a glass cockpit like the F-35 where you see through the plane, or?
Honestly, I've never seen a cockpit, but I would think that if they're not there, they probably will come to that situation in a short while. They probably have also big screens like they had, in the previous version of the F-16.
Right.
But the latest version of the F-16 and the F-18, as far as I can tell, because I saw the cockpit during a demo that was during an air show somewhere, and there was McDonnell Douglas. What am I saying? There was, that was McDonnell Douglas.
Right.
The other one was Boeing. They had a display, two stands over there, and one of them was harboring a simulator with a cockpit, and people could take turn inside the cockpit with a big bubble where you could see what you were doing. And that cockpit was one huge giant screen, bigger than my 42-inch 4K that I have here.
Yeah.
And the guys over there said, well, what happened now if you take bullets through the screen? I mean, you will lose all your instrument. He said, no, only the place where you got the bullet hole will not work.
Interesting.
The rest keep working.
Huh. Right.
So it's okay. How do you do that?
Exactly.
Then he didn't want to say. No. But it's touch control, and you can resize stuff. You can place different instruments where you feel fit for your taste or your use. And
so it's adjustable to the pilot.
Yes, and you can command. You don't need to remove your glove. It's sensitive to your glove as well. That was interesting.
Yeah, I have a friend who works. I don't know on what particular section, whether it's avionics or whatever.
Yeah.
On the F-35, he works on them. He's not he's not military. He's actually part of the building process of it. But yeah, just the hints of stuff that he can hint about is pretty impressive. What they're doing with that. It's just a shame that the plane is so damn expensive. But if you look, yeah, well, and it's even if you look at old World War II planes and actually adjust them for their cost for inflation, they were not cheap.
Yeah. Obviously, yes.
And they were just they were steel or steel sheeting and sometimes engine designs that piston engines, et cetera, whether they were inline or rotary. But even that, they were really expensive planes.
Yeah.
Now, there we go.
I don't know. You never can tell about air-to-air combat because there's a lot of different.
Oh yeah.
Let's say phases of this fight that you have to overcome before meeting really one-on-one visual together.
Right.
Honestly, between the F-35 and the Rafale on one-on-one visual situation,
right.
I think the Rafale will have a small advantage.
I think it's more. I definitely think it's a more maneuverable plane than the F-35.
Don't get me wrong. I've seen maneuvering the F-35. Was quite surprised. The engine on it is very, very powerful, and that makes the airplane obviously more maneuverable. Can make tighter turns and stuff when you have more power. Now, of course, with more power, you need to burn the fuel.
Exactly.
The Rafale has a problem with that. Like every time on the French planes, they forget that they need to put fuel in it.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're usually very small, and the problem with that is every time either you have to take only the payload and then go take off minimum fuel to be able to reach the alternate and just go to the tanker and fill it up and then move to your area of operations.
Yep.
Or you have to put tanks, but if you put tanks on it, then the maneuverability is different. But of course, when you merge with somebody, then you drop your tanks, obviously.
Right.
And usually, since you know the first transfer you do is through the tank, so you still have full internal by the time you engage the other one, and then suddenly you have a more maneuverable airplane. So that's the way it would work. But
let's see. Hang on just a second. So I lost to myself, 28-35, and I'm gonna fire up ships here. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna close down the camera view here. I want to thank everybody who turned out for a little Mattel electronic football, and we'll get that back over where the beer cam would be. And I'm gonna, because I'm using for that, I was using my my main stream camera. So let me get this back over here, but and then I'm gonna grab a beer, but keep going, Yoda, if you so choose. And I think we heard somewhere in the background for Gorm. Heard him for a second. Let's see that back up. All right, so let me just make sure. Are we? Yep. We are in ships. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit a hold screen here and grab a beer, and then I will be right back. But let's see. Thanks to everybody for humoring me. I've been wanting to play that game. I've done it once before on the stream, and because people ask about it when it's in the background. Let's bring that up. And let's see. Let's go to which. Be right back. Did you know I was accepted as and I'll be right back. Nerd or Die affiliate? Down. If you want overlays, graphics, yada 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 for your stream, your production, etc., go to nerdordie.com. If you use my link, you save some money and I make some. There you go. How's that for professionalism? Oh god, it's starting again. All right, let me